internals means when you're meditating on Mahamudra, Matamika, Dzogchen, 6 Narupa Yogas, Tummo, clear light, and so on, is also becomes the ground and the foundation to guide and protect you into until you achieve enlightenment. And then also the Sutra way, Buddha Dharma Sangha, take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha, and the Tantric, take refuge in the Lama, Idam, Dakadakinis. And then the Lama is embodied with Buddha, and the Dharma is inseparable with Idam, and then in the Sangha is inseparable with Daka and Dakinis. Or say I take refuge in the 3 jewel and 3 roots. And then the Sutra way, you take in the refuge in the Buddha and then recite the Sutra. And then you have a Sangha. And then in the Vajrayana way, you take refuge in the Lama Vajradhara. And then you practice the teachings as the generating and completion state of the Idam. And then you have the Sangha, Daka and Dakinis. When Milarepa was in Tibet and near Lachi, he was meditating, and then he was going in the town, and there was the celebration going. And there's the people ask different types of questions. And then there's one of the says, do you have taken refuge? Do you have any refuge practice? And the Milarepa says, yes, I have an outer refuge, inner refuge, and a secret refuge. Outer refuge is Buddha Dharma Sangha, the inner refuge is Lama Idam Dakadakinis, and then internal secret refuge is I have chakras, wind, and drops. I always take refuge on this. If you're interested to learn, come forward with me. Then I asked, do you have any relatives? Do you have any lineage? And he says, yes, I have relatives. My great-great-grandfather is Vajradhara, and Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Mila. And then if you want to know about my lineage and my family, come forward with me. And then in the festival, when we attend the enlightenment, we must start with the bodhicitta. The bodhicitta is rooted in its compassion and love. The compassion must rise through the devotion, and the devotion must have to have a devotion. If you don't have the devotion, your practice becomes very hard, not real. The devotion is, there's 3 different types of devotion. First one is the called the yearning devotion. And then second one is called the clear devotion. And then the third one is the trusting devotion. The yearning devotion is like us, that we want happiness, we do not want sufferings. We see the sufferings of sentient beings, therefore we're looking for somehow, some ways, this everlasting peace and happiness. That's what the beginning of the devotion, that we are here. Even though you feel like you have no devotion, you feel like you have a doubt, I don't know about Tantric, I don't know about Idam, I don't know my practice is doing, but we have this first basic ground devotion right here. And this devotion, the yearning devotion, also have to do with the karma. And sometimes you come to Dharma by your looking. You just want to go to library and find books and figure out. Sometimes even though you don't want to look for it, your friends insist you to go. And then sometimes you meet the teacher, then you come. That's why I built the center not far from the city, recent, because sometimes people told me, if you buy in the mountain, one thing is cheaper, third is retreat, quiet. But the thing is, I want people to increase their yearning devotion, because in the beginning, if it's far, they not go. In the beginning, they come with, sometimes they come with curiosity. there's a Buddhist temple, I want to go and check it. And then your karma comes, then slowly. And then also the things is, the make a little convenience, and then people can come for practice. Even there, in the beginning, if you are a dedicated practitioner, you can go to retreat because you are all karma is already, you have a clear faith, you have a trusting faith. The beginning don't have anything. Have to be, everything will be right. If that right is not appear, it's going to be stay there for dormant for a long time. Therefore, now the people can come for work so hard, and the weekend evening they come, and then they come for just to see the temple. Then slowly opens up. Then opens up and lead to the place. You see, therefore, whatever or which way you come to the Dharma, or you come by yourself, your friends brought here, all these things, when you learn and happy, don't generate ego, don't generate proud, just be rejoiced and happy. When Milarepa was giving the teachings, and then the student asked, Milarepa has hundreds of great realization yogis and scholars and things, and the Milarepa asked, now tell us who is, after you pass away, who's going to hold the lineage? And the Milarepa look at everybody, say, not all of you, but there one person is coming, and he's going to continue the Dharma. This is my lineage. Therefore, when the persons come, and his name is Rinchen, Sonam Rinchen, when he comes, that whoever's students or whatever who introduce me, and then that person will attend the Pas Arahadut Bhumi. Then when we was, then Milas were giving teaching, sometimes he's looks, expressing his face look like sad, and sometimes he's happy. And then one of the students asked him, you are great enlightened beings, how change your mood? And then he says, the student that Sonam Rinchen is making a journey, but he's having a lot of trouble and he's going through difficulties, and sometimes this makes me happy and sad. And then one day during the teachings, Milarepa laughed, and then the students asked, what is the reason? And he says, this Sonam Rinchen, he has perseverance, enthusiasm, perseverance, that he yearning to come to the lineage and see the master, but he's take a long journey. He's working continuity of night and days, but then he got so exhausted, he take a little break in the stone, the big stone. He went down, and he immediately went to sleep, and not only snoring, he's what do you call this, running through the nose, all going on the rock. That's what I see, and I'm just laughing. And then everybody's aware about his coming. And then when he comes, also the news goes in the town, this special person's coming, whoever lead to the Mela, you will be special person, realize things. And then when he come to the town, one person says, are you Sonam Rinchen? I say, yes. Oh, you must be already enlightened beings, because the Mela is talking about you arriving. I'm just thrilled to introduce him, because then he says, because he's the Milarepa talking that you will attend the first Bhumi. I will attend the first Bhumi just by introducing you to Milarepa. And then Gambopa feel very proud. He feel very proud. Then he take it to introduce Mila, and the Milarepa sent another students, told him, I'm just joking, I have no reason to see him, don't let me see. And I have nothing to do with you. I have more than enough students. And then he did not allow him to see, and then he went in the forest and cried for 2 weeks. Sad. Then I feel like then his whole ego is gone, I say, I'm very unfortunate that I'm here and make a journey. Now I cannot see, must be I done something negative in the past life. Then he told, after 2 weeks, then told him, come and see Mila. And the Mila says, see, you have a proud, you have to suffer 2 weeks. You are proud. Now your proud is finished. You generate love and compassion, sufferings for sentient beings. You will come to see me. And therefore, when you come to the Dharma, whoever introduce you to the Buddha Dharma Sangha, you rejoice. And then also has to do with the karma, powerful karma in the past life, and rejoice and dedicate to attain enlightenment. And then also know that we come to the Dharma, maybe not introduced by somebody else, maybe something, physically we ill, mentally some difficulties happening, or something's happening within our family, something's happened somewhere, something that causes you to realize that seek for some peace and tranquility and liberation, and you come to the Dharma and meet by that. That's whatever the cause is, you appreciate for that. Therefore, the one of the prayers says that if my enemies bothers me, and then I just finally give up and I seek for solitary and meditate, and then achieve the liberation, and my enemy becomes priority and important in my liberations. If something illness or suffer physically, mentally, I come to the Dharma and practice it, and I find a peace and liberation. This becomes very important. Therefore, whatever I come to Dharma, I dedicate to free all sentient beings from the samsara. And then also the yearning devotion is we want to free from the cycle of existence, attain the liberation of Buddhahood. Like when you see the sufferings of samsara, you do not want that suffering. Yes, you want to attain the liberation. That's the yearning. And then the clear faith. The clear faith is we are mostly also have the clear faith. We mostly read the books about the Buddhism, read the books about the historical teacher, and then you get more clear about what is the Buddhism about, what is the enlightenment, then that kind of makes the clarity in your mind. This is not good to do, this is good to do. When it becomes very clear, and the clear that we very clear, we need to abandon this, we need to develop this by reading books, meditating, all this clear your obscuration. And when you go to retreat, when you meditate, when you see the teachers, and when you read the books, it's becoming very obvious, very clear and more clear what's really bringing sufferings and what is not bringing suffering. And then also you are able to live a switching, that your sadness and things and the anger, okay, recognizing I'm getting anger is very clear, that's not good. And then the desire is not clear, that's not so good. There's a jealousy is not so good, that bringing very clear what to do, what to abandon, what to develop, what to follow, what to not follow. See, as always people say, oh, I see the sufferings of people, I want to do something. I want to do something simple. There's, you study with the clear faith, and the yearning faith comes out. And therefore, like we have the yearning faith, but growing very little. The Bodhisattva have a yearning faith. They give their eyes, they give their limbs, they give their legs for benefit for sentient beings. Then we have some growing here for the yearning faith, the devotion. Therefore, when you study the Dharma, every day, every day, meditation, doing past station, increase these things. Then internally, externally, you really automatically turning, becoming bodhisattva. And then your liberation is, whether you want liberation, whether you don't want liberation, is spontaneously transforming. Is the auspicious circumstances are created in your mind. And then when this devotion is studying and increasing, is like a beautiful garden. the beautiful garden grow up. There's maybe not many weeds, but there's full of flowers and colors, and you just feel beautiful and peace. And not only you, but whoever goes through that garden enjoy. Even the flies goes through, the other species goes through, they will enjoy. A similarity that when you have these devotions are growing, your internal chakras and channels, positive winds are like a blossoming, like a flowers, and the colors and all these things that you not only feel extremely happy and what I call satisfaction, but you have yearning, indestructible energy to have people and free them from sufferings. And then you become like a great flowers producing honey. The bees there comes and take the flowers, the honey, without distracting the flowers. And the similarity that your speech and your action will benefit sentient beings, trillions of sentient beings, through this powerful energy of devotion. And when we have this kind of internal feelings of senses, and then you become great practitioner. Then one of the teachings says, the Lord Jigten Sungpa says, for example, the teachings of the three lineage, the four lineage, great four lineage and other bodies lineage. You must take the teachings, and like the bees take the honey without distraction, without disturbing the flowers. When the bees come to the flowers, the flowers is the teachings of the lineage, because the sample is like this. If you practice the teaching and you have this discrimination of, oh, I'm in this lineage, I'm in this lineage, I'm that, I'm those, then you discriminate it. When you discriminate it, bee destroy the flowers. They don't know how to take the nectar without damaging the flowers. There are a similarity that we have to be very careful and use the technique and the thoughts to be the benefit from the teachings, all lineage together. And then and these devotions, devotion is amazing. Devotions makes everything happen. It's a final awakening state of the enlightened mind, is awakened by the devotion. And therefore, until we have this devotion, until we have this foundation, we should work so hard to make a progress in ourselves, instead of the scattering the mind and let the thoughts go and all those things, And then when the final the teachings, and when the Mila and the Gambopa separating, and he's going back to his homeland to continue practice, the Mila is staying in the caves, and he asked the Mila Ralpha, when I should take a break from the meditation, when should I can be relaxed and sit and quiet. And he says that you cannot be sit, relaxed and quiet until you see the nature of your mind. When you see the nature of your mind, you have the devotion to this old man, like a Buddha himself. When you recognize me, the Buddha, the person Buddha, not different from me. And if you have that devotion gain in that devotion, you see the nature of the mind, and you gain that devotion to me, then you take a rest and relax. And in that moment, everything will become possible. Then the third one is the trusting devotion. The trust is like you really sincerely believe the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. And then the most blessing is quick blessing is actually come from the trusting devotion. It has the significant blessing to clear away. And at that point, it's like this text now it becomes a text. But then, when you are really in that devotion, the Buddha, and that this Dharma is the only I can rely on it. When I'm relying on it, and this is my map to Buddha field, this is my method to Buddha field, this is a method to purify, then you become the awakening wisdom inside, and how precious and important it is. And then you build up the connection with the Dharma, you build up the connection with the teacher, and then being stronger and clear. It's not only like a spiritual path. If you have the business partners or something that you don't trust, then the business doesn't grow, because you're thinking maybe he's stealing or something. All these things, confusion, thoughts rise, and it just makes you difficult. But if you trust, things will becomes very open. It's like thing, is a Miller Alpha has a great trust and devotion to the Marpa. No, because even he told to build a building, he just trusts that everything will be Dharma. No, therefore he never leaves. If I tell something, say, if you don't do this, I'm not going to give a teaching. He say, well, there's another teacher. We can go to the other center. No, nice Lama there. No, see, these are we have to build trust. See the things is like, I'm always straightforward because my teacher was straightforward. Because it's like, sometimes Lama come and visit. The students did not know. They're beginner. They come and say, I'm doing practice like this. I have a dream. This. Oh, that's nice. That's beautiful. Nice. Then we're the resident Lama. We face a difficulty. I tell those teachers, I say, you must really tell the truth, because otherwise they come to us and ask a question. Then I say, well, I'm not sure. He said, I'm not sure. This is he knows. Right. No, then it's difficult. I always tell the teacher when they come, you have to tell the truth. Because there's whatever, you have to, don't be shy. Because if you don't tell it, the resident Lama suffer. No, because we are here, they only come for a week and they're gone. No, and therefore we have to be everyday student asking question, and we have to tell the things. And that's not nice dream, sorry, but no. And therefore, we are not just making nice things or just experiencing happy each other. We are trying to put it the longer thoughts, the destination to be attain the liberation. Therefore, when you that work, we both have a lot of work to do. The students also have a lot of work. The teacher has a lot of work. The praying and meditation and keep all these things, we both face difficulty and obstacles and all those things. Much have to be focused on the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas and these devotions and all these things, then will help us to clear. It's like now when the doctor is operating you, don't use that knife. I like that, the little one. I just say, don't open my wound too big. No, just build the trust and continue make the journey. And it's like when you have an operation, you always investigate which one is the doctor, and you talk to your friend, this is a good doctor. Then finally you trust it. And that's kind of very important things. Before you hurry up, you really investigate the teacher, and then you find it. This is the lifetime chance, make a journey.